to Emerald Lake. Let's see. Let's see if this sound is working differently. Ooh. Oh, sorry, bye. We're just doing it now. But I think you're still good to go and make your smoothie because I'm still trying to fix sound. Whoop. I don't know. I don't think that is making a sound. It is very quiet because the mic is far away. I'm trying to find if I can do something else. Nope, I don't know how to fix that. So, pull the mic over here. Nope, no boom arm. It is on my wish list, but I don't have it. Yes, we have a singing frog right there. Actually, okay. I'm going to do something real quick, and I'm going to mute things until I do it. Hold on. Dumda, I can change the boom arm on my throne list. I just picked the first things when I googled it. I will find a different one. I can do that after this stream, and I have a weird contraption that I'm about to try use, but it will take a minute. I have to kind of MacGyver things around, so it'll be a second. Okay, I'm going to do the BRB screen because it is going to take just a tad longer than I was expecting. So, I hope Fi's going off to make their smoothie. But, okay, I'll be back in a minute. Okay, I think I did it. You won't be able to see it, but I figured it out. Just know that I am in a in a weird setup. But we did it. Okay. Here we go. I'm just reading your chats. All talking about the boom arm. Price was high. I actually have a ribbon tied around. I have one of these weird arm things to hold my phone up for the camera, and I had another one of those weird arm things, but they're not good for a mic. And so I had to use a ribbon to like tie the little holder thing tighter so that it doesn't move. But now we got it. Yeah, you can't always make it out of something else that you got. That's good. Oh, the cable skipped. Oh yeah, I like not having to deal with the extra cables. I can make coffee or something. I looked it up again. Yeah. They had fees. Yeah. I will take a picture when I wrap up the stream, and then I'll show you guys. Yeah, I'll put it in the Discord. It ain't stupid if it works. Yep. Alright, okay. We can finally put that aside. So the first thing, yes, we've already noticed. Our little singing frog. He's here. So this is this guy. So he looks like he's a big... But yeah, there he is. I'm taking him off screen. You can hear his little handle coming out of his mouth and back in. I like him. So he's just gonna sit over here. Whoop. It's not a very sturdy arm, these things. And I'm gonna pan up a little bit to show you the top row. I have, oh no, technical issues. This is gonna be bad. It's gonna be an asshole, isn't it? Okay, well, I'll just, hold on. There. Okay. The point was that I have this one crane that was made out of cardboard, actually. So it's very stiff and it's a fun thing. I have this bowl full of some other origami designs. So you can see in some of my redeems now that these are all some of the things that you can request. Just as examples of the other things that I can make. This guy's supposed to sit a little tighter and he's part of a game. This is a sumo wrestler guy, swan, samurai hat, the lily, and shuriken, and a lotus. And these are all different sized papers, so that's why they're a bit odd. But yeah, that. And here, is the singing bowl on its pillow. It's a nice pillow. And this is the bowl. I always found that little image interesting. There's writing on the edges. It's a really beautiful bowl. There you go. You have the same wooden frog. That's so great. Just seeing the chat as I looked over. Hello, new peoples. Can I lock my phone's rotation? No. It's one of those little difficulties with this because it's through this app. It's not the phone itself, and yeah. Used to make those a long time ago. Hope everyone is having a great day. Me too. I hope everybody's going well. I didn't say that because I was like, oh my gosh, these other things I have to sort out. But welcome to the more people. And okay, we're gonna put this away up to the top row. This is the new desk that we have. You can see that was on my throat. So I have a bunch of different stuff for papers. I have some previous creations. There we go. In here is 100 cranes that I have already made of different sizes and papers. And I'm counting them because I want to know when I get to my next 1,000. And I do say next 1,000 because I've had a lot. I've made so many freaking cranes. But in here is 50 that I've counted out so far, and there's some interesting papers here. So this is a stiff regular origami paper, but it is it's dollar store and it's a bit stiffer. This is just some little like sticky note kind of papers. It's fun. This is the typical good quality origami paper. It has a thinness to it. It's flexible that the other stuff doesn't have. And this is another dollar store thing. It's like a tissue paper, so it's fun. I'll hold up. Yeah, you can hear that. I don't have a lot of that particular paper left. I was looking for a long time to see where I could find the rest of it, but I guess I used it all. But this is a new redeem I made, playing with them, so I want you guys to hear this real quick. So that's a new redeem that we have. My little basket of crayons will just tuck in here. You can see it glowing under the desk light. And then I have another 4 that are extras as well. Community challenge 25% complete. Ooh, thank you for contributing to that. Whoa, oh, already the next one. You guys are gonna get it, aren't you? Yeah, it's completed already now. Oh my gosh, okay, so the spicy stream is definitely happening. I was just talking to Vi about how do I tiptoe through the terms of service technicalities, and hi Death Noah. So now I gotta sort out that. Yes, so that was one of my points redeems that we just sorted out, and I've named our channel points radioactive ribbits after our little radioactive looking frogs. So that's that's what our points are. And I'm so glad you guys are already using it all. I'm so happy. I am excited about. We're gonna get to that stream eventually. Oh boy. Heard a 1,000. You're allowed to make a wish, right? 1,000 cranes. You make a wish, or you get good luck. There's different interpretations of it. Friend that used to make them from his gum wrappers. I've tried that too. They get very annoying, honestly. Ooh. Oh no, I'm just seeing that alert got kind of cut off. Oh, you've redeemed hydrate. Thank you very much. My water is way on the other side of the desk and through all of the contraptions, so I had to figure that out. But thank you. Okay, we're gonna put that somewhere less far now. Alright. And I wanted to make sure, where is that's not what I wanted. I'm trying to be able to make sure that I see the... No, that's not it. There we go. I'm trying to be able to see in the chat where I can look after your redeems, because I want that to be seen. And I don't know. I think it's something I'll have to figure out another time. Anyway, okay. How was the game yesterday? It was fun. It was a time. It's gonna be a time. We streamed for like 5 hours. I played lots, and we're still definitely not done. We're gonna do another one at some point. I'll probably be tipsy again for that one. Calling out Vi for the song. That's fair. Stream manager. Yes, it was a tipsy stream, and it was a time. But there will be another, and it is already up. The VOD is already up for that one. I'm still struggling with the VOD for one of the spooky streams. It's just refusing to load past 38%. I don't know why. And yeah, I can't quite see where I can't quite see the like redeem stuff is. I'll have to figure it out another time. So just they should be actively going unless I know that Vi, you helped me out and you paused them for the last stream. If you have to unpause them, please do that. I think it's fine because everybody's done hydrate. And then, oh, yay! Thank you, Fetster, for doing the 7TV emotes. They're up. That's great. We're sorting that out too. But alright, so now I have some papers. In this light, they look bluer, but they're actually greens. They're both green. They're just different shades. They're Fraug greens. So I'm going to start with a crane, and we're going to make some fun stuff tonight. Yeah, we're going to start with cranes. We're going to keep counting. I'm going to be adding to the basket. Gotta try and remember where my model is cutting things off. Ooh. Spinning my computer so that it gets a better camera view of myself so that the model looks more like me. I have actually led classes for origami a couple times, so I'm happy to teach you guys and walk you through how to make these at some point. But for now, I'm just making them. It's just happening. Do you want all your triggers on pause though? I want all of the origami ones unpaused for sure. And then, yeah, I don't know how to make sure that I haven't pulled out the other ones. For everything else, you guys can just request in the chat. I may or may not see it for the ASMR triggers. I don't have the list up, but we should still have the chat command triggers for if you would like to see those. I can't do all of them right now, so I'll be able to tell you, but I wouldn't want you to waste your ribbits on something that you can't redeem right this second. Thank you, Fitster. So we can do that, and you'll see how that goes. But alright, so we're getting through the crane. Starting with these green Fraugs. The Fraug greens is what I'm thinking. These papers, and these are normal good quality origami paper that I've got for this little pile. I have a whole bunch over here, so we've got different paper types. I've got some double-sided. This particular one has a corner cut off for no good reason. He's not double-sided. This one is double-sided papers, piled up in different colors, and then sticky notes at the bottom. They're classic. They're the right size. We have some minis. We have a little bit of those crinkly papers, just 4 of those. Some brighter colored sticky notes. Some mini sticky notes. Oh no, wait, there's some of that is just good paper, I think. It might be sticky note, it might not. Some normal size sticky note again, and then some slightly larger striped sticky notes that are also going to be fun. So you can request any of those types of papers if you would like when you redeem one of the origami redeems. So there we go. You think you fell asleep about 38% of the way through the stream. Are we sure you exist outside of your regularly scheduled programming? I absolutely exist as much as I did before. The the stream last night was like, it was a lot. Very fair to have fallen asleep. Of course you'd say that. I'm sorry, that is the Twilight Zone answer. Last night was not regularly scheduled programming. Yeah, I had canceled because I knew I'd be up to stuff, and then it was wrapped up a bit earlier than I expected, and I was like, you know what I'ma do? Thank you, bye. You can confirm my existence, and I can confirm yours. But then it's a little bit of a loop. Who can confirm that we are confirming correctly if we're both being questioned of our reality? Here's our little crane. I don't know how to make it focus better. It's just set to focus this far. So here we go. Now we have 5 completed outside of the bin. I want to get to 100 here, so like almost 50. So I have 200s, but we're not gonna worry about it. Aw, that giggle. Thank you. Who confirms yours other than Raven? Yeah. I thought I was on to something too. Now I missed the first crane. I was talking to people about important stuff. He's right here. You'll see it again. I'm making his twin. It'll be very straightforward. Same thing. Yep. But alright. The next thoughts I have is that we'll make something that isn't cranes, because I'll just churn out cranes forever. I still have a little box that I haven't counted of old cranes. So I could already have lots more. But we'll want to move on to some other origami after this. And yeah. Oh, Violet, thank you for redeeming a lily. We'll do the lily next. Yay! Okay. Make our own version of this one bongo frog. I put bongo frog on my list. I'm not even kidding. On the frogs list for emotes that we should do. I love when I get to the little kite. Doesn't it look like a kite? Anyway. So we'll keep going. Welcome to Emerald Lake, Slowbro JJ. I appreciate follows. Thank you very much. Hello there. Hello. We're just making some cranes. And then I have a lily in the queue. Vi, would you like the lily to be this green or a different paper? What would you like? You can go ahead and request whatever. And Demda is requesting a swan. Same question to you if you have paper request. We hope you enjoy your stay. Yes, we do. However long anybody's here, I do hope you enjoy it. Okay, here's just about the end. So I just gotta pick up these little legs. And I'm gonna decide which one is the tail and which one is the head based on which one is more stubborn. So this is a pretty happy pointy tail, I'll leave that. But this one was being a bit stubborn toward the top, so that's why it gets a beak. Traditionally you have the beak a little bit higher, so that's a really short. But I go based on what the paper is kind of resisting. And if you leave it in this sort of shape, the fun about this is how they usually leave them when they stack them and string them up for little wishes. In lots of places, they're strung up and it becomes kind of like a prayer. You wish well for them. There's a whole bunch of cranes to send all stacked up. Because of some of the lore with the making 1,000, it's not consistent. what it will mean. But yeah. Hello, Brady Cthulhu. Hi, Mrs. Volcanic Glass Lecture. Yeah, I won't lecture about glass today, but I am in the middle of kind of lecturing about paper. So if I leave it like this, that's great, but to get it puffed up like that, you just pull the wings very slowly and fluff it up. I'll leave them in their two different shapes. Doo-doo-doo. Okay. I saw no cute hands I have. Where did I get them? I wanted to make a joke that like, oh yeah, I bought them off Vi at her shop. But no, I don't. Do you sell body parts at your apothecary? I don't think so. I want to make the lily out of a sticky note. I'm gonna use a purple sticky note for a Vi. Door pans. What? Just ears. There you go. But last night. Oh yes, Cage. That was some. We were talking obsidian, which is a volcanic glass, and so we just kind of rambled that while we were playing the game. Can't do origami yourself. I like to fight people a little bit that as long as you have, hands and fingers, you definitely have got this. You just need time and patience, and maybe you just don't want to grow that particular skill with paper, and you're like, it's not worth it to grow that kind of patience, and that is very fair. But I've had people with some physical difficulties that I taught, and they pick it up eventually just fine too. So like, I believe just about everybody can do it. You can pull it off. Why do you guys think my hands are adorable? I think they just look like hands. But okay. Caught. I don't. Hands, just ears. I mean, oh, little murder frog Vi. Thanks, my mom got them for me. No. Nah. My motor kills are not that great. Oh, dum-dum, motor kills. Motor skills, that's very fair. Patience, when's that? Yeah. That's their little murder. Okay, so here's our lily. I hope that you like that it is purple. Double checking a paper. I have a few of these memorized, but I always get a little bit stuck. These are the papers that I had printed out when I was teaching, so I have them. Got more underneath, so that I could print them out and fold them up and send them off with people if they want to keep making their stuff. But this is my little instructions to remember what I'm doing. Okay. I don't know if that'll stay open. It probably won't. Anyway, so we start off similarly to the crane. Okay. Yes, skills. I love origami. I used to do those origami claws in school. Oh, I have never seen those. 100 of them. Circle. My dumb dog insists on a walk even though he just got a car ride to the park. Aw, yeah. No worries, Cage. Enjoy the pupper. Love that chicken from Popeyes. Destiny's boyfriend. What an entrance. Oh my goodness. Dago, hi! Didn't know you were a teacher. That's so cool. I just have taught a little bit of this. I'm not exactly a teacher. Thanks for the follow. Inferium Zero. Fun. I've just done a little bit of that stuff. I'm not exactly capital T teacher or anything, but oh yeah, when it's sticky like this, I like to open it back up because I know we're about to need to do things. We're gonna have to open it up. Double checking. And of course the sticky notes are a little bit stiffer than the other paper. This is fun. Okay. I'm realizing, hello. Those are very cute little mushrooms. I'm realizing, Vi, if you're still around, that I'm gonna have to figure out cooldown times for the redeems for origami. I mean, it's obviously not a problem right now because people didn't do a whole bunch, but because it takes me a minute to do each of the things, I'll have to have a cooldown. A sticky situation. Yep. We love a pun. We love puns here. Okay, so I pop that out, and the next thing is to squish him down like this. This is the lily. We'll have to go all the way around. A lot of the things, you do it once, and now you do it again, and you do it 4 more times. Sticky note. Usually they lose their stick after a bit. Clearly these are pretty good sticky notes. Not what I wanted. I want bad sticky notes that have no more stick left to them, but this one. Very strong. Easiest way. 1 redeem for origami and have it as an input box where people type out which one they want. Oh. Yeah, maybe that's a better way. Just 1 single shared cooldown. Yeah, probably. Probably best. I wasn't thinking about that. But I did also want to make sure that people knew what was on the table. What origami do you have at the ready? I used to have a really lovely book full of a whole bunch of different ones that an exchange student brought from Japan, but I no longer have that with me, and I don't think I left it somewhere bad. I think it's where it should be with family, but I'm not sure. But okay, here we go. I can have the list in the redeem description. Yeah, I should do that. Okay, had to unstick again, but then we have all of these guys. Yes. Next bit is to fold in little corners like this. Double check. Uneven as heck. I don't like it. I'm gonna live with it though. That looks awful. Why do I think that I have this wrong? So maybe I do. Okay. Oh, I wasn't looking, and now we have... I have a minute because there's weird kibble before an outing habit. Maybe if you want to, yeah, join it. I am being very calm and patient. I'm generally that way. That's what that looks like over here. Oh, it's been a minute since I've done this one, so I need to remember. Do you believe in rats? Oh yes, we all believe in rats. We're friends of Vi. We know rats well. Your sub is up. I can't wave back. Oh, sad. Oh, sad. Vi, rats are not fake. Perhaps I should start on a different corner that isn't quite so difficult. less sticky. Alright. I didn't want to have the paper out so much, but the little doodles are small and it is kind of dark. Rats are chickens? Oh no. Welcome joining. Rats are very real. They're chicken but short. Okay, now he's ready. Okay, bye cage. Yes. Insert rat here. Welcome, by the way. But yes, with this rat discourse going on. Okay. Yep. You got this, little Lily. Look at this. That's how that's supposed to end up. It's looking familiar now. Bye-bye, paper. We're living wild. Okay. Alright. The frog in the corner. Yes. My little singing frog. And we had mentioned him, so I had to let him have a moment. I had to have him come and hang out. We'll give him a little friend. He'll sit. There you go. Just some wee bitty chickens. Why are you ragging on rats so much, guy? I feel like you must know who these people are and you guys have a regular fight. I believe typically they're called a little person, but I don't know what a chicken is called when they're short. A rat. I wouldn't know a better name, but yeah, I think this is the wrong group to be saying that rats are chickens and chickens are rats and rats aren't real. It's better than if you were in Vi's stream, but yeah. Just freaking aggressive stickiness. It's so aggressively sticky. Next time I use this paper, I'm gonna have to sort that out. Rats are non-stretched out ferrets. Ferrets are cat snakes. Okay, now we've got this. Got the weird little... What the weird swoosh. We're gonna pull in the sides, just like you do kind of on a crane. Let's hope it looks right. Yeah, it's this side. Yeah, okay, here we go. No, they're chickens. Well, you know what? Alright. Did you know that some people would do origami animals to put next to other statues of holy animals in temples? Some say they did it so they wouldn't be lonely. I've seen it. I didn't really analyze it, but I've seen that, yeah. Ferrets are long chickens? I think cat snake is more accurate, yeah. Ferrets are freaking adorable. They be stinky little babies. Little stinkers. But they're so cute and so chaos. I love them. If I lost my sense of smell, I'd have so many ferrets. Even with my sense of smell, I love hanging out with ferrets. It would probably get to be a lot at a certain point. This is the difficult part with this one, because it's like I have to squish down the other layers to be able to get to the next layer. It's so... Because look at that. Look at the thick bunch of them. I gave my cats a shower, but somehow forgot to shower myself. BRB, lol. Mostly those Japanese statues of a lion, dogs that protect the holy grounds. Yeah, that's a classic. I may or may not have a sense of smell. Cat snake. Like snakes are also danger noodles. Snakes are danger noodles. Did I? Yes. And then I need to make this easier on myself. Screw that. And yeah, ferrets are cat snakes, and raccoons are shuffle cats or trash pandas, and yeah. It's just a feed of a rescue. Oh, that's a ferret rescue place. Sounds so great. So now it's been a freaking day. Oh, I bet them oh, they so endanger logs. Very large snakes. Ooh. Okay, back. He ate 3/4 of a bowl of kibbles to go out in front of our yard and into our neighbor's backyard, pee a little, and come back. My dog, my stupid dog, I love him so much. Yes. Raccoons are strong chickens. You have some very interesting takes, friend. Okay, so this trick with the, you can just pull them like this, but I like to roll it around a pencil so that we get a good curl. Look at that. Look at that curl. Ooh. And we're going to go to the next one. And we're going to curl. Boop. There you go. And another. And the last one, which can be difficult. Woohoo! Look at that! Look at the lily! Look at the lily! Alright, Vi, here's your little lily. It's for you. I'm gonna give it to the frog for now. He's just gonna hold it like that. But now we have a swan. Did you have any requests for your swan, Dunda? What kind of paper? It turned out so well. Thank you. Yes, it did. It's a simple one. Just takes a minute. There we go. Swan. Swan is even simpler. Orange. You got it. We have this orange, that's sticky note, and I have that orange, that's origami paper, and because it's the swan, it's going to be two-tone, so this is what we're going to want to do. Oh, thank you, Fetster, for redeeming the lotus. We'll do that one in a minute. Alright, so if we want the majority of this guy to be orange, I have to start with this side up. My paper says so. Hee. Oh, my camera is dying. I have to plug that in. There you go. Alright, here we go. One thing about this desk is that it is a slippery material, so it's not terribly perfect, but it has enough of these grooves that it should hopefully still be good. Thanks for saving my points, Fetster. Oh, you wanted lotus too. That's great. What was I doing? Yes. So then you go into the line. How much can you see? You want to make sure you see it. Okay. And go back. And go up against the line again. The other direction. So this swan is orange with this little yellow feather under wing kind of look. It'll be fun. Yep, thought Ooh, cooperates. You go back all the way and come forward again. Just a chunk. It says to go very small. All bay. And you fold in half. And you pull them up piece by piece. Just a little bit. Oh, sorry. Oh, you're just seeing how many cranes there are. Yeah, right here we have 100 here, we have 50 here, and another 5. And yeah, this is my next 1,000. I would estimate that once I finish this 1,000, I'll have finished 3,000 cranes. But I make them just like all the time. This crane right here, we did this crane. That's kind of a mint green, but it's hard to see. I made this one because it's a sticky note from a thing at work, and I just made it. And normally I just leave them behind. Whoever's around gets them, or I gift them to people. But I took that particular one home, and I've done that ever since I learned cranes. So I've been doing just a ton. Yeah, probably 3,000. And yeah, that was a minty. It's a very pale mint green because it wasn't my sticky notes. They're usually brighter colors, but I've had some pale colors too. So I'm gonna put this lovely swan also with the frog. He's just eating all of our origami. Did we have a paper request for the lotus? I will say bigger is a lot better. And yet left behind, I'll do left behind sometimes. Usually it is gifted to a stranger or someone in there that I kind of know, wherever I do. Where do I keep them all? I gave away the first 1,000. I don't remember, like most of the other ones, they are kind of like handed out. And then I've got these, I've strung them up a couple times, and so like they can go over door frames or just a wall decoration. And so that's happened before. And it's a time. Whatever I think would be pretty, I'm going to go with the blue sticky note in here that's bigger, because like I said, bigger is nicer. But the downside of using a stiff paper for specifically the lotus is that it might rip. They will rip open if you don't have a good paper or you fold it too much. So in the instructions it says to kind of fold back and forth to make guidelines, but when you do that, it means it's another fold that could help rip it. So it's a bunch. Who wanted 1,000 cranes? Oh, no one. I handed them out to a whole heckin' bunch of people. Yeah. I made several hundred for a film project a long time ago. Heck yeah, it's fun. Let's make a 10 feet tall crane. Oh goodness, like, yeah, it's gonna be a really big paper. Oh, that's fair, Fet. Don't worry about that. But okay, so here it is. Like I said, I'll show you the lotus paper. Where is the lotus paper? The lotus paper suggests that you fold it out and in, and if you wanted to try and do this, just know that it might rip on you. It's classic. It'll rip along the seams. I've had a lotus rip directly into because of it, and it's interesting. But anyway, okay. Do I want the sticky note side on? We're just gonna try this. Okay, so when you don't have guidelines, the best way to try and do it is to fold two sides at once so that it's a little bit more likely to be even. And when they look kind of happy and even, that's going to be our best bet. So let's go ahead and try that. And it's great to have long nails with origami so that you can press it real quick. But while my thumb is low, you can still just use the back of it like that for a crisp fold. You don't have to have nails. Because, well, you have to have physically nails, just not long nails. What was that? Don't leave. Don't leave your place. You belong in the frog now until Vi has it. I would love to be able to like actually give these to you guys, but you know, I can't really do that. So I'm gonna have to figure out what to do with all these papers. And one thought might be that I like burn them. If I got, like, I could burn them inside that bowl, but I mean, whatever. If I burnt them in a metal bowl, you could hear the paper crackling sounds. That might be fun. Been really mad at my PC lol. Changed my registered system name. So my real name's. Oh, that sucks. Sky's limit. Even better make the crane limit. Some people use those wood sticks they use to check. Yep, those happen. Yeah, those are good too. Get dirt trapped under there. Yeah. I brought up my name on stream, so I had to purge that VOD. Oh, that sucks, Cage. Yeah. Okay, so now we can use kind of that last middle point as our guide for this middle point. But again, folding the two in helps. Two at the same time, so that we're just immediately jumping in on these folds as opposed to doing the back and forth fold that could end up ripping things. And something that's classic, you'll have uneven things. Part of the like origami mindfulness that, you know, the making 1,000 cranes is supposed to be a bit of a practice in mindfulness so that you can earn the luck or the wish. Your embodiment of the crane values being patient and striving for perfection. It's also involved in like not actively requiring perfection too. It's classic. A couple places, temples were intentionally changed just a little bit because they were too perfect and only God could be perfect. So there's a little bit of this similar thought with origami. I like to keep that in mind, that they're not going to be perfect, they're going to be what they are, and that's still great. Nothing could be perfect. Now we go back, and we have to go in for this. This is where nails are really, really helpful because it's stiff. We've got a bunch of folds underneath this, and we're folding it back the other way, and we still have an even worse layer that we really want thumbnails on. That's going to pop up, but we're not quite there yet. For legal reasons. There better be a joke. Murders were not needed. Good. Yeah. I hate backing things up. Yes. Okay. So here's where I would want my nail to cooperate, but my other hand has a better nail. I'm going to try and get them in here. Because this is it. This is it. This is it. Did you know strawberries aren't berries at all? Yes. Oh gosh. So many of the fruit technical distinctions are so funny. Okay, here we go. You want to pin this here, you want to pull it back. This is easy to rip up your lotus when you do this. You gotta practice this one. And it's also why stiff paper is actually kind of good. You can be a little bit more aggressive with it when it's a stronger paper, even if it makes it more likely to tear. At the center, like I said, this is good. Thanks for the follow, Thomas. Yeah, you ripped it. It happens. You just gotta try again later. Um, I'm excited to use that one blue paper for a crane because I want to show you something. But basically, I like when my papers have imperfections, like this one even, because it'll just create some interesting shapes. This is my last redeem, right? I think so. So I can go back to cranes to show you that a bit. You can see the layers of the lotus popping up. And I like this a lot because we've got a frog, and so I mean, I'm going to be making emotes eventually that have lily pads in them. So it makes sense to have a lotus that would sit on a lily pad. And here we are making the little lily pad right now as we pull off the last levels. But it's being sticky. I do like to have the sticky thing on this because then sometimes you can get the very bottom of the lotus to stick to something. Let's see if it'll stick to something. And I actually did rip the paper just a tiny bit usually. I think this one I haven't done much. Just tiny little rips. Because at that point it's just a lot. But we didn't have a tear. He's all here. It's out of focus till here. But let's see if we can't stick it to something. Nope. Not sticking. Oh well. But there's your little lotus. I'll put him over here. Oop. No, I'll put him in his arms. He's holding the lotus. Alright, so we have these 5. Gonna get into these. And I gotta find that one weirdo blue. There's the weirdo blue. Gotta reorganize these things so they're all visible again. Okay, we're gonna do these guys. I'm gonna do some of these weirdos. I started really liking these, and I started calling them the Nemos. Because in the end, it either means that the tail is shorter or the wings are shorter and funky shaped. And it reminded me of Nemo with his little weird fin. I think it's really cute. I like having this differences, and it's why I like playing with the different materials. Like I made the cardboard one, I make the tissue paper ones. I used a clear plastic, like the lining in this basket, and that was interesting. It would not stay up because it was too flimsy. But I like playing with the different materials as well. I've done lots of them where they have a design or writing on them so that when it gets folded it looks different. Not just because the paper is designed that way, but like you drew something on the paper and then you use that paper and this is what it is. So like when people have used sticky notes to write down a quick little message or like a grocery list, use it. It's fun. At one point I used the like lined paper that have holes, classic binder paper, and so when it was done there was like a hole in the wing and it was really cool. But I really like these. Yeah, see, look at this. It's gonna be a funky wing. I need to figure out go through a bunch of trial and error so that I know where to put something so that it becomes a funky tail versus a funky wing. I need to figure that out. I'd like to do that. You've made cranes out of aluminum foil before, yeah. Those are fun, and that's like the gum wrappers too. They're a little bit like that. And like Crane having a badass tattoo over his. Yeah, it has little tattoos. You're gonna go spread democracy? Well, all right. You do that. Or battle damaged? Yeah, battle damaged. These are badass little. These are badass little cranes. They're gonna go fight you. Which reminds me of the SCP where we had the origami dragons coming out. This would be kind of like that, the little origami dragons came out at one point damaged. Spoilers. These guys, they're just little battle damaged dragons. Okay, so yeah, this one was being the stubborn one, so it gets to be the head. And now we have the little funky wing. Here we go. Poop, poop. I like making the little body puff out. Look at his little wing. There you go. A hole in its wing and an eye patch. Yeah. Here be dragons. Love that FCP. Okay, so now we have 6 and 50 and 100. I'm going to do this one as well as a crane. But then I think I'm going to move to either the littles or these other papers, so somebody could tell me what they'd like. If one of those if you want. And I'm going to try and do another little bunch of shuriken, the ninja stars. I have a whole collection of them as well because I find them fun to throw. And when you have a bunch of them, it's a silly time. It's a good time. Okay. Badass crane. Or it's the crane wife. The crane wife. I don't know what that means. Come on. But alright. Yeah, this is so significantly different. This is going to be a challenge, I think. Like, I'm not sure how I'm going to get to some of the things I have to do. The Japanese folklore I talked about on a stream before your long break. I linked a Wikipedia entry about it in the Discord or whatever. Okay. I will look at that one later for sure. Yeah. That thing never moved. Oh, it's very delayed. The OBS chat was not working. Okay. Yeah, so at this point, I'd be folding this up. This is going to be interesting. Let's see how this goes. Boy, okay. This is a challenge. Because normally I have the top of the thing to cooperate with. Well, I think we've got it. Wow. Have you ever folded paper airplanes? Yeah, I don't do those as much. I mean, I've done them, but yeah. Hey, hi Ingus. I ain't got no Pringles anymore. I'm not drinking any sodas either right now. We're just folding origami. Okay. Oh, cooperate. Sometimes I like try and push the paper a little bit, but if it's gonna fight me, I gotta just move on. Okay. So yeah, what a difference in wings. This one, and it's so clean a cut that it does look like it was just cut off, this poor wing. It's gonna be interesting. Pretty good at making airplanes. That's awesome. I've seen people do those challenges, and they're referenced in a few different shows where you make an airplane that tries to fly as far as it can. You try and land it in like a prize, or you try and get the furthest one to fly, and you can win some little fun in those little kind of like carnival-y games, but it's like more of a specific event. That crane is a samurai, and a very bad samurai. It cut off its own wing. Taught me several good ones. That's fun. It's always good to have a dad that teaches you the fun stuff. Look at that. It looks... I don't know what to say. It looks like... It kind of looks like what I have is a little gnome person with their arms way up. And this is their beard, and this is their like shirt. It's like a suit. And this is the little hat. Do you see what I'm seeing? It's a screaming little gnome. I like him. Should I specify? Sometimes when they put them on the chains, they'll just leave them like this too. They won't make the beak. So like I could just leave him like this, and so he'll be a gnome, but he'll technically be a crane. The gnome crane. Into the basket. Except I want to keep track of how many I made tonight, which would be these. These so far. Okay. Right. 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Okay. So we're gonna do this green. Oh. Well, there you go. Now I'm doing a samurai hat. I'm not making a crane. Shall I do it in this green paper, or do you have another request? Should I try for another orange? There's a distance, 1 and... Ooh, I think that's the redeem bubble that pops up, but yeah, I gotta adjust that particular one. It's a distance and came one. Oh wow, you and your dad, yeah. Pick my fave color. Well, I like this green a lot, so I think I will do this green. Yeah, alright. Samurai hat, I'm pretty sure, starts with just 8 triangles. Triangles, square, up, yes, yes. Yeah, we'll do it like this. With these ones that you can see both the inside and outside paper, you gotta decide which one you want to be where. I like green a lot. Why am I not surprised? Yep. Well, you've seen the... Yes. You've seen the stream. It's very green oriented. I've put in purples because it's a good complement. It's on the other side of the color wheel. And in my little forest, there's lots of blues too. I think it's a really pretty, palette. That's the word. Pretty palette. Okay. The fun thing about these samurai hats that I had to point out to the kids I was teaching is that they make good bookmarks, actually. So, like, when... this is a bit big. When I'm done this one, I'll show it on the little packet of sticky notes and stuff. Okay. You go up however much you want. And fold up again. We need those crisp folds here. And then you tuck this inside so it makes the hat. And this is a fun technique to kind of roll it in instead of folding it harshly. But there you go, it's a little hat. You can wear a little hat. Oh, it fits on his little head so well. Look at him. Look at our little frog and his little hat. Ah! Oh no, it fell. But I wanted to show you anyway, so he'll go back, that it works well as a bookmark. You put it around the corner and you can flip right through. So, that popped out. That's not how that's supposed to go. This is it. Everything's coming apart. If this is my book, it's opening like that. Let's say I'm done right here. I can slip that on a section or just a page, whatever it is, and then close the book, and there's the little tabby things on the outside. They're so cute. I like it. Yes. He is a handsome frog, and I think that it is so cool that it works as a good bookmark. Okay. It's gonna fall, isn't it? Like just a little bit of wind and that will fall. Oh wow, under the light, the green looks like orange. Look at that. Look at that. Because it's under purple. It's like a purpley light. That's crazy. It changed so much. How about this one? No, that still looks very neon yellow. That's good. The blue is blue. But yeah. Why is that? That's so weird. Just this particular green is having a fun thing. Color theory with Raven. Yeah. Alright. So I'll try and keep the hat on him, but I don't think it'll stay. Maybe I'll just lean it on him like that. Alright. And we have our 8 cranes so far. Alright. Oh, very distinguished gentleman frog. Hello. Do this pink. And this orange. And we're going to do the shuriken now. What you gotta do with this, though, is you have to make rectangles. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to make 2 shurikens, because you need still about a paper worth, but I want to have the color contrast. I always like them better like that. So I'm gonna divide them each and then swap. And I'm gonna do it like that. Those trains are silly. Turn on a black light. Ooh, yeah, especially the funky color ones or the neon ones that are really bright like this. Yeah, I love that. You could have kind of like a one of those star ceiling things with them. I like it. It's a good idea. Okay. And you can kind of see this is pink. But over here looks more pink. It feels unclear the tone of pink it is. She's still going nuts. Huh? Who's going nuts? Who's in the house? Oh, is it a doggo that's going nuts? I'm sorry, I'm mixed up. Is there a bug loose in the house? A cat. Of course. Oh, I just saw the other one. I just made a little paper airplane out of a post-it, and my cat went absolutely crazy over it when I threw it. Yes, they'll enjoy the papers. They'll decide at such random times, that is the funnest thing ever, and lose their minds over it. It's so fun. So yeah, I like to rip like this. You could cut, but my feeling, I get a little bit picky in this way. With origami, it is the art of paper folding. If you are cutting or taping, that's not proper origami to me. There are some very cool things though. I met someone, an exchange person, student with the university, but they could make out of a big piece of paper, bigger than this one, but I'll point it out. They make one crane that's like one corner, that's one, and then all these other ones, there's like 5 smaller cranes that he made, and they would all be attached the way he cut them. So he made them out of one paper, but he had to cut the paper. But then it really was like 6 cranes connected on one I never got to see him do it, never got to like learn it. I saw him start it at one point and I saw him finished it. I wished he had taught me it. And then he left and I was so sad. I went and threw it for her over and over, and now she's just meowing like crazy. She's like, more, parent. I demand further papers. That is so cool. I slept a bit iffy last night, so I'm gonna go get some fresh air and use that as an excuse to walk up to the corner store, I guess. Back very soon. Alrighty. We'll see you again in a bit. Cage. So the next step, you make the rectangles thinner. I'll do that. And we'll keep going. So I've got these. The next thing is to start putting them together. So theoretically, you could use 4 papers and cut them up. Or, you could use this and have a bunch more, having thinner paper. But I like them having a better weight to them, so I like having this fold. Similarly, I technically could have folded the one post-it 4 times until it was real thick, but then it gets difficult to work with. So I like this particular math of paper. So now we have a orange-pink and a pink-orange pair. We're going to start here. I'm going to double check the directions. I don't think I'm forgetting something, but I am like, I don't want to mess it up right now. Okay. Yes. Alright. So the difficulty with this is that you have to have one go one direction and the other go the other for every step now. They're very nearly the same thing, but you have to be careful that they don't go in the same direction, or else they will not work together. You'll have to use a different paper or fold it back the other way. It's weirdly picky. Okay. And I will say that at one point this paper folding will look a little bit funny for this sort of windmill looking kind of moment. If you don't know what I'm referring to, you sweet summer child, my goodness. But yeah, don't worry about it. It's not that. Cooperate the paper. Alright. Ooh, wait. What should I wait for? There we go. You mean the ones on like a straw ones? I don't know what you mean. The windmill with the right arms. Yeah. It'll end up looking a little bit like that in a minute. But it is not that. I promise. This is not how that's supposed to line up. So we're gonna kind of fudge it. Okay, so yeah, these two do go piece together, kind of like that. So you take these two and put them together, and then we're gonna fold them into each other. We're tucking everything away so that we can get the points going. Just shove it on up in this little pocket. And there you go with Ninja Star 1. Woo woo woo. Ah! Thanks for the follow, Nova Music. I like that name. Thanks. Yeah, we've got a lot of little fun ones. Little origami hat, samurai hat that works like a bookmark. Put that on our little frog man over here. He's holding a swan and a lotus. Sorry, that's a lily. He also has a lotus at his feet. There we go. And we've made lots of cranes. Now we've made one of these little ninja stars. And we'll make the other ones because we've got more paper. But thank you, Dimda. I'm always just kind of thought of this as very simple. And the first things I learned were these very playful kid things. So it seems, like, oh, well, it's just kid stuff, so it's not a big deal. But there are some really wonderful applications for origami. I don't know if any of you have seen much of how they're using the math involved to apply it to really important science and such innovations. Like origami is being sent to space. You know, they used it, geez, what was it exactly? It was one of the, like, arms that have to go out of the space shuttle, or space station, I forget. But there was like an arm deployment thing that they had to use origami with because they needed it to deploy it the right way and they didn't want to have to undo, redo, or have somebody walk out. But it was very cool to see that. More people are using it in a lot of different ways. It is rocket science now. But yeah, totally. Everybody's gonna kind of see it a little bit differently. Why is the pink so tight and the orange so loose? This is so funny. But okay. Gonna fold them in. Tuck that in. Okay. And the last one, which can sometimes be tricky when I've got this loose corner. Okay, yeah, I feel you fighting it. Don't fight me, little paper. There you go. Ta-da! Thanks. There we go. Oh, we've got the little stars. I'll drop them in the little bowl of examples. So the last one that I have in my redeems, I'm pretty sure it is the last one, that we haven't done is the sumo wrestler. And since we were talking about kid things, this is perfect because this little guy is made to be part of a little game. You get a little box, you put 2 of these little fighters on the box in a circle, and then you tap the box trying to make them move, and they'll bounce boop 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 from the bounces, from the tapping. And then whoever sumo guy falls over first is the loser. Last man standing wins. So I'm gonna do one of these guys. And then I need you guys to request something if you don't want it to be cranes, because I'll just pump out a bunch of more cranes. It is my natural state. We've got an orange. This will make a little small guy compared to this guy. I think I want to do 1 red and pink, 1 blues. These will be our little fighters. Oh, you redeemed a lily and a shuriken. Oh boy. Okay. And a swan. Oh my gosh. You're gonna buy all? A crane? Yep, okay. You really are. Then maybe I'll tuck these guys away. And we'll use more of these fun little double-sided papers. I think they'll be fun. Well, they're not all double-sided, but we can pick some papers. Okay, a lily. A shuriken. Because it's double-sided, I'll just use the 1 paper. A swan. A crane. Yes, we'll do that. Lily, shuriken, swan, crane. This is the order. Okay, we'll go ahead with a lily now. And then we'll get back to these guys, because I do want to make those too. And your spam there reminded me, yeah, I definitely need to make cooldowns for the origami. I think I will leave them as separate, because then I can get a max of like 6 of them requested. And I think that that would be good. But then it's not a big push. The limit is 1,000 cranes. You can spam redeem for cranes and cranes only. No. Then I'd feel like I'd have to make all 1,000 in one sitting, and I definitely can't do that. So yeah. Oh wait, where was I? To remind myself of the lily. It's the one I keep thinking I know, but I don't know. There we go. Yes. Right. What was I just doing? Yes. Yes. Here we go. No, please be even. Thank you. Just a little sticky to it. Not actually sticky, it's not a sticky paper, but it's being a little bit stuck. It's interesting, I can tell that this line is off center, but I can't see it as well right here because the lighting. It's my own fault, I did it to myself. But I thought that this looked cool. I'll figure out better lighting next time. Alright. I'm just looking up and seeing how many followers I have. 185 already. It was like, I got a bunch, I did nothing. I got a bunch and did nothing. It just kind of spikes at random times. I wasn't expecting us to get that far that fast today. Okay, here we are. The little kite. But I'm gonna go in like this. There we are. And pop it up. Yes. Yes. Okay. And that's how we do that one. Okay. Don't fight me. You're fighting me. Little paper, don't be mean to me. Sorry I'm not chatting as much. Obviously I'm using a bit more brain on this lily because of trying to remember things. It's not like when I make cranes. I really do make them without much thought. Oh, come on. You're being really stubborn on that particular corner. Try one more time. So this is like pure and only origami. You can absolutely make a frog request. As long you return to serve. I think that the redeems are on for that now, but I can finish this lily and do some frog playing, and then we can do other stuffs. Okay, come on. Ooh, dice. You can redeem the dices. There you go. Yeah, The redeem box is a lot like bigger than the other Twitch alerts, so I have to adjust that. I kind of like how big it is, but I have to make sure that all of it is visible. That's the only problem there. And then I'll update all the other ones to be that size too. Alright. I think I'm going to say that we shouldn't do any more origami redeems. I feel like this is going to carry us over time-wise, especially with the other ASMR redeems that you can do. If you can reach, then. If not, I'll be content with the frog. Oh yes, they're just around the corner. You can see they're my green dice. Oh, it's very hard to see. I really ought to figure out better lights. But okay. We're just not quite done these guys. I remembered this step. Good for me. It's like, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. I returned to serve. It is a quote from a unit from StarCraft 2. For some reason, it's stuck with me all these years. Well, alright. Look, it's a poly set. Is it a poly set? I don't know. Yes, yeah. Hello, Ingress. Thanks for the follow, Frostbite. Just folding up this lily. We're gonna be moving on to some dice. And other triggers. I don't have things set up to quickly type what ASMR triggers are on, but it is a thing that I have ready. I'll take a second to type that in because I have to get through my weird mic setup that we sorted out. We'll get there. We'll get there. Okay, here we are. Where's the pencil? Here we go. Okay. Time for the petals. Alright. We're gonna roll it up. And another. Rolling it up. 3 out of 4. Here we go. And the last petal that looks a little bit out of shape. It's the fun one. There we go. Here's the little lily. Bloop. Alright. Get through this funkiness over here. Nope, it's a bit messy.